Program learning outcome number 2. Demonstrate the ability to integrate pedagogical approaches and educational technologies in practical classroom teaching and training, as well as the ability to reflect on the effective application of technology-supported pedagogical approaches. The artifacts I chose to represent this aspect of my MET journey are the UDL lesson I designed for EdTech 510, the virtual field trip I designed for EdTech 502, and the research reflection I completed for EdTech 504. The Universal Design for Learning lesson I designed was built on Google Sites with an optional interactive component through Miro board. It is designed for educators who are looking to incorporate UDL principles into their current practice, but might feel overwhelmed by the prospect. In my experience, teachers can feel reluctant to incorporate new ideas and practices because they don't want to build their curriculum again from the ground up, on top of the other work they do day to day. The pinch points and +1 theme of this lesson distills UDL principles down to one simple thing that teachers can do to make their current curriculum more accessible for their students. It gives teachers an actionable step to take and tells them how it will benefit both them and their students. This type of lesson can be completed asynchronously as well, based on the teacher's schedule. This is something that I would be proud to share with colleagues who want to make their curriculum more accessible but aren't sure where to start. I enjoyed building the virtual field trip with HTML and CSS using Dreamweaver, and I think the idea of a virtual field trip is a really great way to bring technology into the classroom in an intentional way. The field trip I designed is to the Golden Circle in Iceland and guides students through a tour of 5 different sites along the route. Each site has resources for the students to interact with and a journey journal page for them to complete. Virtual field trips give students the opportunity to explore places that they wouldn't normally get to experience, like international destinations or historical periods. They can be tailored to class content and give students a sense of autonomy as they're free to explore and engage with the resources. I would encourage teachers in areas like history and science to build virtual field trips into their courses where students can explore museums or national parks. My research reflection is one of the pieces that I am most proud of in my portfolio. It discusses the ideas of situated cognition and intentional use of technology through the lens of creating authentic learning environments. One of the most fascinating things I learned over the course of my research was that a learning environment or simulation can be authentic without being physically realistic. The realism of the situation and construction of the problem matter more in regard to the learner's outcome. This was really interesting to learn because it means with even limited resources, teachers can craft authentic environments with realistic problems for their students to learn from. In my own practice, I want to start giving students more complex problems to engage with that reflect an authentic outside-of-school context. In regard to pedagogy and theory, my biggest takeaway is understanding that technology doesn't replace good teaching practices. A well-structured activity can be enhanced with technology, but fancy graphics and virtual reality don't ensure a realistic environment where the learner can practice skills.